Hello ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to Hydroneer with myself, Oswald Lyric Vivider. This is tier 2, Self-Hope. Right, so I've improved my Self-Hope build. Now, I went over and thought to myself that I only have 4 drills down here, so I decided to extend it to 5. I want 150. 2 seconds, I'm just going to turn off all the volume a sec. So I wanted to have 150 drills altogether. So in tier 1 I've got 48, in tier 2 I've got 40. I'm actually thinking of taking the tier 2 up a peg and trying to figure out whether I can add 6 drills to each level on top, which I could do. It only means extending this mine shaft out just a little bit in this area here and just digging out a little bit more and adding 6 to it, considering that's got 6, that's got 5. So if I had 48 and 48, that would leave me with 52 drills on tier God, my head's just gone blank. So 48 and 48 is 96, sorry, which when you take off that from 150, that leaves me 52. Divide by, say, 8 levels at 6.5, which is slightly annoying. So if I up that 52 by a further 8, that gives me 7 drills in tier 7, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go for 60 drills, 48 drills, 48 drills. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. 48, 48. 2 seconds, that just did not make any sense to me then. That leaves me 54 drills, sorry, which means I can have 62 drills. Which again doesn't make any sense. If I add 5 and divide that by 8 levels, that's 7.55. So I'd actually need 70 drills. 70 and okay, this doesn't make any sense. What's happened to the numbers? Oh god. 150 minus 96 leaves me 54, divided by 8, that's 6.65. So I'd have to add, so 7 times 8 is 56. So I can add either 2 more drills to that build to give myself the 150, or I can take it up a notch and go 8 drills, because I don't really like the idea of odd numbers. So I'm going to have 8 drills, so that's 54 plus 8, which is going to be 62 drills. So which is in fact what I wanted to do originally anyway. So that's going to be 62 drills, 48 drills and 40, which is going to give me 154 drills, 158 drills, sorry, all together. Now, I don't really like odd numbers, so you know, that's why I've pretty much extended it out by another 1 on this tier 1 section. Each platform's got their own drills, and I've created a platform in which to put my tier 2 drills with, at the minute it's 5 drills per level. I've got my little diamond boxes, my shard boxes here and here, and a little workaround on the pipe work. If I extend it a further more, I've just got to move that back ever so slightly, so that I can shove that all in. So I'd have to move that back to there, which means I'd have to figure out a way of getting it to go around, which wouldn't be too difficult to do in all fairness. It's just putting a normal bar in there and then having that literally right there instead. But it's not really a major complication, because I've only got one do this bit here, pull that back a little bit too, and then have that maybe coming off as a T-bar going in and around. I'll only have to like put a little walkway in here somewhere for me to get down, so I can add more drills to it. But to be fair, like, I don't really need a walkway. It's not really a major issue. I've just got to get obviously the Colothium to be able to add all the extra drills in. For now, I'm just going to stick with what I've got, which I do believe I have 4 down here at the moment. I obviously need to block off this point here. I'm going to change that into a U-bend, and then that's that done. And then I've got to change out a few pipe works at the top. They need to be straights going into this, because that row of drills is coming out, so I don't have 9 layers anymore. I'm going to start deleting some stuff, and the idea is basically just generally housing out this area here so I can get down the mine shaft, and just fill it all out. So I'm also thinking about taking one of the layers on the top here out as well and just breaching it out a bit more. But the idea is just generally getting down to these levels. Now my next level is going to be on this flat surface here. No idea whether I can already I can shove a block on them as well. That's brilliant. So all I really need to do is just shove a block underneath for now, and then I can start digging down a bit more, going down the levels until hopefully I achieve the next layer, which I'm kind of hoping that I get to soon. I may have done this too far back. Once I get there, hopefully not. And if I do, it's not really a big issue. I'm not intended. This is the first time I've built here, so it's all really a current test. If I have, then I can always, turn it all off and get to work on moving it back a bit more, which would make a lot of sense, because then I don't have this whole entire belt, because again I wanted my belt to feed the whole plant, and the water pressure system, so all of the ores are going in the same direction, so they're all heading up this way and out, and eventually this belt reaches that. So as you can see, that belt's coming here, so it's just going to carry on feeding down, and obviously it's going to keep going down the level anyway. And I could extend this out a bit more, eventually maybe putting a step up, but I'm quite happy for it to go up this way and out. So all the resources are going in the same direction. They're coming out to this little plant here, where I've got my complete bench where everything goes to, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And I've already cut up enough shard bars at the very precise moment to add to it. Whether I actually use them or not is a different matter. I am thinking about it, because I've cut up 32 bars, which is 8 times 4, because each set of drills has 2. So obviously I've got 8 on this one and 8 down here, so each one's going to have a 500 gram shard bar to go inside each of the domes to give it more pressure, and hopefully that will then trigger me to have more resources come off it and feed all the belts. So hopefully it'll feed all the machines as well, and we can go from there. Now I'm hoping, I'm not sure where my van is. I should have a van around here somewhere where I have a few bits and pieces. Hopefully I've still got my Colothium. I'm going to just disintegrate all of that in later. I went off and brought some more stuff, which I need to pick up the rest of it, so I've got my supplies over here. I may have to go buy a couple more drills. I just need to weigh up what my Colothium is. 61 grams at the moment. I do desperately need to get some more drills. They're 150 each if I remember rightly. So I've got enough for one more, which would take me to 5. But I want 6, so I need some more Colothium and until I get enough for that, just going to build the pipe work for it for now. If I place all the pipe work in, then at least that way it's ready to rock and roll, and all I need to do is just use a corkscrew for now. Once it's all been set up, I can just add the drills that I've got so far and hopefully work from there. I've also got some added pieces around here. I've loaded this up with some more pieces so I can finally just bridge all this lot off, which I intend to do at some point. This is the intention to have as a parking garage. Yeah, you'll see it later when I probably show you what I've done with it all, and hopefully by that point I'll start building a house on top. And you see I've been quite busy with flattening the land off, and at the moment I've just got loads of different bits and pieces to build the parking garage with. So, because eventually this needs building off as well. So, yeah. I thought, why not? I mean, I've got now somewhere to keep my vehicles. Because I did really go a bit mental on digging this out. For future reference, I probably won't. But like I said, this is the first time I've run this as a build, so, and I'm thinking I may have to take that wall back a little bit more on this side, because I do believe, yeah, it's literally one out, I do believe. So yeah, it is. It's going to be one out, unfortunately. By the time I start sticking the roof on top and working my way up, it will literally be one out. So unfortunate, but it's not too much hassle. I'll just get the pickaxe out and work on that bit later, just to breach it out a bit more. But other than that, I'm enjoying the game a bit more than I was. It's just, you know, a bit of a confusion going from one level to the next. I could actually now think about putting the one with the windows in. Why not? I've got them, so I may just shove some window blocks in there as well. Just to give it a bit of light, maybe. I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to put a roof on that or not. It would look a bit manic without one, so I might put a wooden roof on it, like a wooden floor. So it would make it quite nice, I do believe. What way is this? Oh no, that's the second floor. I don't want the floor, I want that. Thank you. Wrong one. So I'm going to do all this. I'm also thinking about putting it down, like using these little ones to just take it down a peg or two, just to cover up these horrible gaps that I've got down here. I'm not entirely sure whether oh, go away. I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to extend this out either. I'm thinking of it just so I can have like maybe a cook-off room or something along them lines, and then I can have like a massive house and then going out into the rest of the field where I can start thinking about building a farm. And what I might do is have separate pipe work where I can house out this area here, where I can bring my pipe work out and move that ever so slightly over. That will then run my farm, because then that way it's not too far away, and also I can connect another switch to it which will control obviously this switch here, and I can also build another repair facility over here somewhere next to it, so I could possibly build it on this side panel here, so it's got its own repair function, unless I just have it fed from the same pipe. It's probably not going to be How is that even running? Oh right, yeah, okay, I was sorry, just ignore me. I've just realised that that is actually all connected up, don't worry. I could actually probably save myself some hassle with that as well, because believe it or not, rather than sending it down that U-bend, I could probably just build that U-bend down here, turn that around, and have that in there, and then just simply put it, I've just realised that as well, I could actually save some space on it. I made a bit of a boo-boo on that design there. Right, where did I put my construction hammer? There she is. So if I get up there and fix that a second, because that will save me some pipes. Oh dearie me. Tell you what. The idea is to try and save pipes, not keep using them. Couldn't have said it any better myself, mate. Sorry, the fucking dog barking at everything that moves. And I now have enough pipes to continue on, because I actually needed that to continue down there, I believe. So that can just go down there a second, and then what I'm going to do, just make sure that's in the right place, and then lock that all in. And there we have it, and I can dump that stone back in place. That way I can see everything for once. I prefer to be able to see everything that I've got. And I've also added the incentive of having this little lip on top, because I noticed that some resources were getting stuck here, so I've just added that little lip to give it the push, the general push that it needs in place, so that that doesn't happen anymore. So I've added that in on top to make sure that no longer happens. Yeah. There we go. Now I've got this, there we are. So yeah, we've now got that little lip, because I did notice earlier that a few resources are getting stuck on the edge. So to counter that from happening, I decided to stick that little tiny lip on the edge of it, just to make sure that it doesn't occur, and it just simply just falls off the edge and drops onto the belt now. So happy days. If I turn the machine back on, so this whole entire hook here controls the whole of the plant. I've got the logic running from there, and then the circuit continues. So out of this and around there, it controls the valve in front of my repair facility, so that when I shut that down, no water comes into here, which means it also shuts down my repair function. So it means that rather having, because I was stupid enough to add the valve up here instead, and I noticed that the repair facility was still repairing these, so when I hit that button there and shut the whole plant down, it literally shuts the water off before it. And I intend to have that switch also do the same thing when I finally build my farm. So which means my whole entire farm network, I mean, I don't have to, I could run my farm off this pipe and just bring it round and straight down, and maybe add a T-junction in there as well, so that the pipe work comes down here, but I really don't see the point. So I don't really want to have one pipe. I'd rather have two separate pipes, one for my farm and one for my major plant. So which will hopefully when I get round to building my farm, which is going to be my next item on my agenda, which will be once I get tier 2 fixed up and sorted. I'm quite surprised to get no colothium in tier 2. I was expecting, because obviously at the bottom edge of tier 1 you start getting colothium, and I've noticed that if you look at, oh no, I've got one there. Oh no, that might not actually be from this. Oh no, it is actually, I've just noticed. Yeah, you've got colothium. Cool. Okay, I'll keep my mouth shut. I was going to say earlier when I noticed that I wasn't getting any colothium from it, and now obviously I am, so happy days. So I'm going to set the pipe work up for the next platform of tier 2, as well as sorting the bridge out, so that I can get into tier 2, and breaching the wall out a bit more so that I can get in there. It might mean that I'll have to take it back another 2 steps. I'll check to see how much space I've got between the wall edge and obviously where I've got to go with it. I might even have enough room already. Let's see. So if I think about tier 1, no, it's going to completely block off my entrance point, which to be fair doesn't really bother me. So what I could actually do is just dig out a little gap in there and then go down. But I've got a funny feeling I'm going to need that space anyway, because if you think about it logically speaking, I'm still going to need this bendy bit here, and I'm still going to need to move all this lot over one. So it's going to be a possibility that I'm still going to need to house out more of this area in order to get there. So yeah, I mean, happy days, it's all set up. I've already got the pipe work for the second harvester already sorted, and obviously the step up platform for it. I've just got to find that corkscrew. I think it's behind here somewhere. There it is. I'll just knock that off a second. There we go. Yeah, and obviously the water flow goes down here and through here. I possibly should have had the water flow go from down here and just straight over, but yeah, instead I decided to take it the shortest distance, so it just literally goes straight into there and feeds off there, and then from that pipe there it's going to bridge off and feed the rest of the plant down. So just makes more sense to me to do it that way than to carry on going. And I'm in hindsight, I could actually feed it off this pipe here, rather than feeding it off this pipe, because I'd have to take it out and then back in, obviously, to do this. So I might as well just feed it off that top corner pipe there and just work it down somehow. So I'm going to need to house that area anyway to do what I want to do. But I obviously don't want to take out too much of the floor space, because obviously the building's going to be up here. So to be blunt, I I doubt I'm going to do much else. And I did kind of design like a little walkway in between it, so I know that I can actually get up here and walk to this, and then get out. Because certain parts of the mine shaft I can't actually walk up and down. This bit here is perfect for me to walk up and down. For whatever reason it is, I can walk up that without the stairs. But obviously when I get here, I can no longer walk up. So that's what this is all about. So the walk, the slipway, I probably won't even need to bother with the steps. So yeah, we're going to crack on and do that now. So I'm already 2 steps back. So if I think about, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my plant off while I'm working on that, because I'm going to be messing around with water supply. So I may as well, and it just means shutting down parts. Obviously it's fed off each other, so if at the moment I start tapping into this, I'm going to have to pull it back, which means I'm going to have to shut the water system off anyway, which means none of the other units are travelling, so just makes life a little bit easier. And while I do all of that, right, so I am going to need this one to feed, excuse me, the next one, going to need that as well, and I'm possibly going to need some more stuff. I'm definitely going to need my construction hammer, wherever the buggering hell that's gone again. It's probably up the top somewhere. Yeah, thought as much. While I'm on the subject, I'm going to cover up that gap a second, because as you can see, that one's not been covered up. There we go. That's now all lovely and covered up. Happy days. They're all covered up now, which is what I wanted. And the same as this area is here. It's all covered over, so you can't see anything. It's exactly what I wanted. Unfortunately, some of the building of the wall came out, so I may need to grab some dirt at some point. Oh gosh, I need to find my hammer again. There it is. Right, so let's come down here. All of them can come out, because I no longer need them there. And then we'll grab the pickaxe a second. I've got a feeling it's going to be probably 2 or 3. Considering I've already got a 2 gap space, I'm thinking of 2 extra. So let's just have a look. Let's get that a second. Oh, did you just do that? Is that one or two? No, it's two. Brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted two spaces backwards and then make the wall nice and smooth. There you go. And now we've got something, a smooth surface here to work on. We're getting there very, very slowly, so I might have to jump on this platform in here a second, just so I can... Oh, dearie me. And I can't remember where I've put my spade. It should be somewhere around here. Oh, there it is, right next to me. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to get some dirt from over here, just refill that wall in. Just rebuild that wall. That should do it. And there we are, there we go. Nice. That just repairs it there. Nicely done. And as you can see, I'm actually currently using tier 1 weapons. I do have tier 2 somewhere, but for now I don't want to be using tier 2 because I'm not actually digging tier 2 dirt, so I don't really want to cut into what I don't want to work with at this precise moment. And obviously I've got some tool stands that I've purchased, which I use one for tier 1, 2 and 3, and then obviously my other tools like, you know, my blacksmith's hammer and stuff like that, my chisel, all my blacksmithing items really.
Huh?
I like making sure that it's all nice and it's a bit like, oh, didn't mean to do that. And then I can move these in here. So if I put the first one, say there, second one there, it now means, oh, I'm actually using a tier 2 pickaxe here. Well, no idea where I've put my tier 1 then. And at this general moment in time, I don't really need to go that far back because I haven't even got to the next line of drills yet. So I don't intend to take this back too far until I actually need to. Just want to get cleared what I need to clear out, so at least I've got the option to get it in there at some point. Oh god. Let's get rid of this lump. That'll do for now because I don't need to do any more than that really. So I just want to take out the parts I need to in this build. a second. Might as well move that over here. Put that in place. I actually do have more of those as well. So at some point I can actually just deal with it. I'm going to need to use these 2 blocks in here a second. Got some more around here as well. So that's pretty much where I'm going to be building, and as you can see it's 4 blocks over, so I'll have to build another walkway there a second and then put the rest of it in. I may build a platform over here a second just so I can situate the pipes better. I need to take that out, those 2 can come out. That can come out. Right, that can stay in place because that's where the drill's going to go. I do, however, need another straight there. Gonna need to run off and get some more pipes. And we want to pick that up. I'm not entirely sure whether I can actually put the gem in that or not. If I can't, then which I'm probably not going to be able to, I'm going to have to put it elsewhere. Turn the machine on. So, if I'm honest, if I can pull that pipe over one, I may as well bend that straight round up here. Yeah, that's good. So I need another T pipe. That can go there. That's how I want it to be. And unfortunately I do believe I'm not going to be able to put, so my only other option is to put that say there, and then feed that off. So it's going to basically come from in here straight down, so I only need to put this one in place a second. So I'm going to need 2 straight bars, and it's all done and dusted. If I take that one out and actually put more than a T-junction, a T-junction in it, I can then yeah, I'm gonna have to T-junction that, so I may as well really put that along here somewhere, so they're both like situated really in the same place, not like that. Like that will do, because I yeah, just get that there. I can then load them. That one needs to look like that one, unfortunately, and there we go. Right, happy days. So if I pick that up, yeah, it's going to go from there down and then have no way of going elsewhere, so it might have to be a T-junction coming across here and then it going into this one. Yeah, I'm already thinking of the next step down, you see, which is where I want to be in this game, because I want to think about how I'm going to plumb in the other water for everything else while I'm on it. So that's going to be a T-bar again, so I just need 2 straights. If I can find, yeah, there we are, 2 straights. So I need one last straight, and that's this area entirely done. And then I can write down what I need per time that I do this as well, so then I know what I need in the line. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I'm not going to be setting up the other drills just yet, because to be blunt, that's saving some water pressure. I should just go straight in and then feed straight away. Oh dearie me. I just realised that. Where's the water pressure coming from? How have I done that? Hello Don, how you doing? Just thinking, I can't remember how I've got that fed. I do believe that's fed into there. Where's that water supply coming from? That's coming from the belt system, which is coming from the opposite direction. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Very quickly. I should need 2 corner pipes. I better run out. No, I've got plenty over there. So I need 2 corner pipes, which I could just throw down there a second. I am indeed, sweetheart. I've just started sorting tier 2 out. So I could put a T pipe here and then it might.
Hmm? Huh?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Huh?
Not really, no. No, I've got dirt in the way, so I can't set up a damn pipe. Right, there we go. Where's that other corner pipe gone that I threw down? There it is. I didn't think about all of this earlier. Well, this morning when I was setting it all up. Now I need to connect that in there. Get my construction hammer out. So now the water goes straight into here, into this, and job done. So now I can grab that again and dump this platform on top, and then just grab my pay dirt. Put that on top of that. That can come out of there. I just need to sort that one out now. Which means I no longer need the corkscrew, which I can then shove in here for when I go off and do that. I grab the straight. Oh no, that's supposed to be, I believe. Oh, that'll have to stay there for the time being. That's going to be the last machine. have to do the same thing over here as well. Because I can actually set up 3 drills for the time being. I think it's 3. Let me have a look. 1, 2 and 3, yeah. So I need to get, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I don't have any more drills to set up on this level. I've already got the 6 that I want, so I might as well just go off and do that. I just need to find that construction hammer again, wherever I've dumped that. What have I done with my construction hammer? There she is. And now I just need to get some belts, dump them on the top. I do believe, no, no. I know. Well, I do believe actually, if that's the 6, I can actually bring that back. So, after all that rubbish, I can actually bring right, where's that bloody hammer gone now? I should now get it. I should be able to get this, in theory. I may just need to put a silver pipe there just so I can get close to it. And then happy days. I may as well. And that's pretty much it. So we are done. And I've got 1 extra pipe left. So all of that now. Oh, it's raining. So if I switch the plant on, this will all start running, and then happy days. Belts on, good. I'll need to go shopping quickly because I'm going to now need parts for the next strain of it, but if I write down what I need, then I know I've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. So that's 21 blocks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus and up. Pipe work, so that's going to be L's. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 L's. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 straight. Oh, and I also forgot about this little bit here. So that's plus 4 for the belt feed here, because that's actually fed by 4 pipes. In fact, I think it's more than that, because believe it or not, no, that shouldn't be like that at all. 2 seconds. So let's get rid of that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so that's actually plus 5. One cork, which I don't actually need again. Because that's sadly the only way I can get the belt to work at this precise moment, when I've actually had some time to think properly. I may be able to do it. So T's 1, one's already there, so just need 1 T. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 T's. So it's 5 T junctions altogether. So that's 21 blocks, 11 belts, 1 up belt, 19 L's, 16 straights and 5 T junctions to get this to work. And yeah, I've got the blocks as well. So nothing else is required for building. So once I've got my shopping list sorted and I know I've got everything I actually need, I may as well go build it up. And then that's it, done. So we now have 6 drills on that first line that work. Everything's in process, so I can now turn the machine back on and hopefully get the 300 I need to get my next hang on, how many drills? I've got 3, so I need 450 for the next level, which basically means, there we go, that's better. I can have a look at how much colothium I've got right this second. I need 450 to get my next line done, so yeah, unfortunately until then there's no point me going off and getting more stuff and setting it up. I may as well just have it all addressed for when we get there, and then I can just set up. In the meantime I can go buy all the parts for it. Once I got the 450, then I can build the next set of belts, and then hopefully we can start getting more colothium, which means I can upgrade a lot quicker and start building that mine shaft down, because I believe currently we're at this point in the mine shaft underneath the ground, and as you can see this is how much ground we've got left to play with. So I do believe I'm not going to have a lot of T2 room left by the time I'm done with it. Luckily it's only started here, so that's the 2nd level, that'll be the 3rd level, that would be the 4th level, that would be the 5th level. So yeah, I mean level 1's there, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, so we're up to 5 there. So that'd be 6, 7. So where we've dug out now is literally 7 layers down, so we only need to actually house out 1 more layer of this building. Is that someone at the door? What was that all about?
What?
Yeah, so we're not going to have to dig that far back, thank God. But I am going to take my tier 3 operation in a different direction, because I feel that if I wanted to go back another 8 steps, sadly I would run out of space. So what I'm going to probably do is take it off in the opposite direction, take it to the right maybe, and dig out that section of mine shaft instead. So and the idea being is I'm going to keep with that step situation so I can get all the way down, is the general idea. So I'm only going to have to bring that mine shaft out to here, but I'm going to keep this where it is. Just simply put, I don't want to dig out anymore, and I'm possibly going to either take it to the right or left. Haven't really decided yet, so what I might do is just save it and see currently what the best situation would be. I think personally bringing it to the right would be better, because again I'm going to have to dig out 16 blocks of tier 3, so that way I can actually get to the very bottom of it and have the extra drills in place while I've still got all these drills in place. So it's going to be a tier 3, tier 1, tier 2 mine shaft, which you can imagine the headache I'm going to have when I need to turn that all into red pipes and bits and pieces. Talking about a lot of work, undoing it all and redoing it. So where I'm actually thinking of just a second pipe and feeding a new pipe in that can feed all of tier 3 and just upgrade the major pipe with the tier 3 and put the tier 3 boosters in to boost the rest of it. But obviously, given the situation, I'm still going to have the pipe work fed to at least this belt, so that tier 3 will come out on this belt as well. But at the moment, I should imagine, you think the resources are coming up this line, I'm still going to have to think of a way of being able to get it onto that line. So for now, it's going to have to come up and go around until I can figure out a better way of actually putting it, which at the moment, why am I doing it that way for? Why am I not just feeding it that way? I just push it forward straight onto this. It then throws it forward and then comes down the line. And then the rest of them just come up. Oh, I don't know. And to be fair, I'm actually thinking of pushing it in this direction and having resources go this way. That will come down. I will figure out a better way of saving this pipe work and getting it situated to this belt. It might be better off running it this way. The problem is, what's really annoyed me is these belts down don't actually change direction. It would have been really useful to actually have them go in the opposite direction, so you could actually have them go down as well as up. Would have been really useful. You've got really no way of sending resources down a line like I'd want to. I'm not entirely sure you can send them down, so I mean there's only one real way of finding out, I suppose, and that's putting that on that and then seeing if we can some way. I don't believe there is a way of sending it the opposite direction. I do believe it can only go up, which is a bit gutting really. Would have been really handy to have it go the opposite direction if you wanted it to. So what I might do is I might just crack on with excuse me, building this mine shaft out until I've actually got the collothium supply that I need. It shouldn't be long. I mean, I'm on 185 at the moment, which doesn't seem to be a lot. So and I don't think I've had any core stone. I think this is only the core stone that I actually found on the plot back on Ember Cradle. Yeah, it's literally the little tiny piece that I found on Ember Cradle that I had literally just one singulus. I mean, to be fair, I could get rid of these two as well, which would shrink the whole entire operation by like 2%. Well, it's 5%. But I thought if there's any resources that basically hover off the line like this, that's a block of dirt for one, it will come off the edge of the line and hit the deck, and I could have a bucket where it goes so fast now I can't walk up the line. There we go. So I've taken care of that. So I'm going to continue to build, I believe, and I'm going to start building this out a bit more and actually I need to really finish off tier 1. I still haven't finished off tier 1 yet, so I think, to be fair, I need to really think about getting tier 1 finished with the upgrade that I made to it. But for now I kind of want to build this out. I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to build a roof on it or not. Kind of looks like a horrible. There we are. Hopefully I've got enough supplies for it to do. If not, I'll have to go buy some more. They're not that expensive, to be fair. They're only about 30 quid each, or 30 Hydra coins each, which I thought was really cheap for stone. You know, the expense side of things doesn't really come from decorating things like this. It's more or less buying equipment, which I found really quite strange. So yeah, once I've done this, I've just got to go over it with I think I need to bring my construction hammer up so I can lock it all in place as well. At some point, I do believe that's me running out of that. Oh yeah, because I used that little tiny one. What did I do that for? I've got a couple of blocks that I can jump up. No, that's a safe. No blocks in there. No blocks in there either. So unless I start taking them down, I can't really fix that. Unless I get up to the top of the roof somehow. Which would, in the long run, save me some space. Oh, there's another one. I definitely need to go buy some more parts. I want to start filling this gap out a bit more. And then get the spade up here for that. There you go.
Huh?
keep adding these in place, it will just cover up the gaps. I can then get the spade out and just use the hand item to fix the rest of it. It also covers up those horrible wood bits that I don't really want to see. The only bit I've got an issue with here is this is a 3. I didn't really think about that at all, but I suppose I can figure out another way of doing it. Yeah, that'll do. And the rest of them are all going to be these. I brought a load of these thinking I'd actually need them, and I actually don't, which is a bit annoying. So what I want to do now is keep all my building works over here out the way, because I need to drive my vehicle down here. They'll come in handy for something else, maybe. Is that a bit of... it is. This is for my mine shaft, so that can all go over here a second. I thought I'd buy a load of steps to take it down with. I'll move these jobs over a second. I swear I've got more than 4 orders. I think I've lost a load of them. I had about 6 of them. I might need to go off and run a little errand later to find the rest of those. I don't need them pipes anymore, so they can come off here out the way. I'll grab my safe and lock it away on this corner here. Excuse me. Right, so I can now move this out of the way and go shopping in it. Oh, yeah, that was good. It would be good for me to be able to know. There we are. We now get to all of this without a massive big issue. Oh God. Come on, down. just leave that lump there, why not? Let's work around this lump. And now it looks so much nicer. I can just unfortunately I didn't really want to go down to that level, but unfortunately I've had no choice to. But to be blunt, I mean a lot of it is actually already that level, so for me it was almost a no-brainer to use this to just flatten everything off with. I've now got a nice chunk of flat land to work on. I mean, this is the point. I mean, this land is huge. The world is literally your oyster. Like, quite literally, your world is your oyster. And the fact that I've already built, like, this, I haven't built a house yet either, and that's half my issue. But I can get the spade up here and just keep running back. I mean, I could use this mound and just fill that out until I've got enough just to basically flatten it off with a level 1 rake. So most of this I'm going to leave where it is, because I'm going to have to run back and forth just to put it all away. So I will, however, grab all of this and put that in. There's got to be a way of putting it in the safe, surely. So what's the point of buying a safe? Doesn't look very secure either, does it? Never mind. Moving on. So just got to buy some more of those little ones. I can now lock all that in place because I've actually found a construction hammer. So I'm gonna lock all this lot down, so then it looks quite nice. Because I am a nightmare for moving stuff if I can see the yellow outline on it, and I almost can't stand seeing it. So yeah, I tend to have a thing for locking stuff in place, which can be a bit of a pain when, and it also means I can now get in there without a problem. I'm going to keep this gap open for now because it means I can just throw stuff down the mine shaft. Removing it from the mine shaft, I have no idea how. I'm going to have to obviously jump up things and blah 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 blah, but I've got a bit of pipe work to remove, which I'll probably just keep down there, to be fair, because let's be blunt, it's already there, so I might as well keep it there. There's going to be a few bits that I'll need to remove and bits and pieces, but other than that, it's pretty much done. So I'm going to save very quickly. I'm not sure whether I want to add those extra 3 drills without having the rest of them. It would be handy because it means I can hopefully get more colothium, which means I can then upgrade quicker. I'm on 257 at the moment, so I may as well run off. I've got to find my currency. Oh, I already know where it is. Let's go for a drive. I got a funny feeling I left my money behind when I brought all that stuff. I have a tendency of leaving it behind. Only because I brought more roof. Yes! So I can't actually remember how many blocks I now need, but let's try to bring the roof over first. So I have a way of loading my van up so I don't have to remove myself from the back of it while I'm adding items.
Huh? 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 Huh?
Oh, do I really need to go get my Minecraft just to put the back?
Huh?
You mean I have to walk a Minecraft all the way here just so I can add some items to the back of a damn vehicle? Gonna be a long walk. When you could have just used a vehicle or invented a pickup to go at the back of it so you could build big building parts. Would have been really damn useful. So carrying this, I mean, it'll take a million light years to get there. I swear you can buy another one of these, but I'm not sure where to buy it from. That's it, Ollie, you walk off the edge. Let's go for a little. Okay, so that's more parking cake. That's one for my mother as well. Right, I'm going to dash off this. Really need to think about cracking on with the rest of my day. It's nearly 5 o'clock, so I'm going to dash off of this for half an hour or so and then come back later for more. It does mean that I can vacate the other property and get rid of all the stuff I've got. I want to start growing tomatoes so I can fill some of those orders out, so I can eventually get my, well, I'm hoping I've got the money for a greenhouse. If I can situate a greenhouse somewhere where at least I can possibly grow some tomatoes, and then I can make some soup just to fill out some orders. I can then hopefully buy some seeds. I'm actually wondering on the seeds as well. I'm wondering whether they're all like unlimited, so you buy a bag of seeds and that's it, or do you have to keep buying them? You know, until I get there. Nearly there. It better get on the back of this crate, because I'm not picking up a pallet and filling the pallet up and walking with a pallet. That's slow. What I don't get is earlier I put it all on the back of a truck and now it won't go on the back of a truck, so it's just like, yeah, whatever. Could have done with a pickup that you could have added to it, or, you know, a bigger truck. Yeah, because that gets on there, doesn't it?
Huh?
Only way of finding out is... Oh no, it is definitely on the back of that truck. Right, why don't you stop being an idiot all your life and falling off the side of it and just balance on the back of the truck? And that would be really nice. Devs really used their intelligence on this game, didn't they? Well, according to a guy on Steam, this thing I can just stack with unlimited items, so I may as well cart all the roof with it. I may as well work out how many of these things I actually need and then bring it over to my parcel. Oh, I didn't pay for that one. Right, so I believe I'm going to need about 1 million of them. The reason I didn't want to make it too big was because of these cone pieces, because again you can't get them on the back of a truck either, which I just find an absolute pain in the royal backside. You know, never mind. Moving swiftly on. No, I want to pick up the minecart. Designed for transporting items. Yeah, same as a vehicle, but why won't it get on the back of that? Right, I'm going to save the game and crack on with other stuff, but I'll show you soon. But